Is it time for Hollywood to destroy another anime masterpiece? Steins Gate seems to be the next victim on that list. Steins Gate is easily my favorite anime of all time. I absolutely love everything about this series, so naturally hearing the news about Hollywood deciding to put their dirty little fingers all over my favorite anime series did not leave a good taste in my mouth. Historically speaking, Hollywood has been a train wreck with anime adaptations. Dragon Ball Evolution, DeathNote, Ghost in the Shell, just to name a few. But just like the comic book counterparts in the past, Hollywood has not learned that you need to respect the source material. But what you do need is some terrific actors, as the story at its core is character driven, as we see the love of our main character Okabe has for his friends. You slowly watch Okabe fall down this deep dark hole of sorrow that seems impossible to escape, and you watch as he struggles against sinking into a depressive madness and dealing with his horrible past ordeals. We don't have much detail yet, but a common problem with anime adaptations is losing the very essence that made it special to begin with. Let's use Death Note as an example. In the original anime, you have Light, who's this guy with incredible intellect and a strategic genius who always stays calm and plans every move he makes. He then goes up against L, who is identical to him in every way in terms of intellect, and so we have a battle of the mind trying to outsmart one another in this psychological warfare that is incredible to watch. So what does the Netflix adaptation do? None of that. We instead get a kid who screams like a little girl and is potentially the dumbest human being to ever exist. Though here's why I actually think if an anime to live action was going to work, it would be this one. The studio working on this has a pretty impressive track record so far. They are responsible for Altered Carbon and Jack Ryan, both fantastic series. If you haven't seen those yet, then go check them out on Amazon and Netflix. This also looks like it's going to be a series instead of a movie, which was one of the main things I was worried about because this story is just too deep and complex to be wrapped up in 2 hours. Steins Gate is a character-driven slow burn of a show, and as the show develops, the darkness that Okabe faces becomes more complex, which is why I'm happy they will do it right and give it the time it needs to develop things. I think if you were ever going to ask for a live-action anime and to have a studio behind it that knows what they are doing, this is almost as perfect of a scenario as you could ever hope for. Sure, could Skydance TV still completely miss the boat and mess this up doing what Hollywood does best? Of course they can. But even with the past track record of previous live action adaptations being awful, this one has all the ingredients to be a success. Now, will things be changed? More than likely. I imagine some of the otaku stuff will be kind of watered down, but it didn't really play a vital role to the true story anyway. I do hope they keep it in Japan and in Akihabara, as the location shots from the anime are just so memorable and feel like it's a part of the essence of the show. The most important part of this will be the actors they get because, as I already mentioned, this is a character-driven show and the actors have to display a wide range of emotions throughout the series, and I just hope whoever they choose to play Okabe really embraces the heart and soul of Okabe. Also, the music. The music is some of the most perfect sounding original soundtracks I've heard in a series. I really hope they adapt the music from the anime and bring it over to the live action, or at the very least, keep the essence of those songs and do some remixing to them. The music just fits so perfectly into all the situations that were occurring and was just absolutely beautiful. I still listen to the soundtrack almost daily and just hope it's something they keep. I'm honestly really excited about this news because what more could we have hoped for at this stage of things? We have a reputable studio who's done fantastic work with character-driven series already, and Steins Gate as a story has all the ingredients needed to be a live-action series, and if done correctly, could be one of the greatest shows on TV. I've thought about this for years, what a live-action Steins Gate would look like, and despite the fears of Hollywood destroying it, the potential for it to be something special was just simply too great to be ignored, and I knew it was just a matter of time before a studio was going to see the potential in it. Now, I am curious how they will adapt some characters like Mayuri, who is extremely bubbly and has those famous catchphrases like Tuturu, Mayuri. The same can be said about Ferris, who is kinda out there, but I think you simply keep them as cosplayers and don't really need to change them much at all. Daro can still be the pervy hacker, Okabe can basically stay exactly the way he is now, and Kurisu is perfect the way she is. You don't really need to change anything about her either. I'm not gonna lie, as I was preparing to make this video, I wasn't overly excited for this, thinking Hollywood was simply gonna butcher another anime adaptation. But the more I looked into everything, the more I realized this one really does have the potential to be something special. I'm now really excited for the potential this could have, and with Skydance TV behind the project, I think we're in for our first truly successful live action anime adaptation. Do you think Hollywood is going to destroy another amazing series? Or will Skydance rise from the ashes of Hollywood and make the first critically acclaimed live action anime series? If you haven't yet, don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. That's it for this one, and I will see you in the next video.